guys, and welcome back to the Bradford Save, where just the one game played between last time and today. That is against Portsmouth, 23rd of the time. 3-1, win away, bouncing back from that defeat against Leeds in a fairly decent manner, to be honest. It did get pegged back to 1-1, but just reason for being on this page is I need to show you that something that happened in this one, because one game played, not without incident. Cassidy, the lone striker from Watford, scored 2 goals in this game. Now, I used the word scored a little bit loosely there. So the ball was punted up from a goal kick. I have no idea how long this highlight's going to be, but Gibson claims it here, and Roster in the middle does just sort of pass it forward. See a bit of overlap actually happening in this match. And obviously, last time round I got a little bit frustrated by the lack of overlap, but you can see Gibson running up the side there. Not that he's relevant to this. But Medina on this side, again on the overlap, it seems to be going a little bit better now. Now, that's all fine. Cross goes in, McKivillary gets that, and oh dear. So that's a goal that happened. Nichols also scored a very fine tight angle goal in that one, but just for the sake of brevity, I won't show you that. Of course, today's main event is the FA Cup semi-final against West Ham at Wembley, where we're not without our defensive problems, actually. Howard Spencer, our only main option for goalie here, is returning from fitness. Simone Grippo, who picked up a yellow card in the last game against Huddersfield, is therefore also suspended, meaning, admittedly, Kyrgios isn't a bad backup for this situation, and we've sort of played better when we had Kyrgios in than we had Garcia, weirdly, although Garcia has put in slightly better performances of late. You can see his average rating has bumped up to 6.82 now. It was south of 6.7 before when he returned from fitness. So thankfully he's doing a little bit better now. And of course we do have the situation of having a few cup-tied loan players, meaning our midfield three isn't that weak, but our backup options for bringing people off the bench and things like that are slightly restricted. So the full lineup is Spencer in goal, Gibson on the left, Garcia and Kyrgios in the middle, Lam on the right, Ferreira, Dominguez and Much in the middle. Lopez and Tex on the wings with Ruiz up front. Now, Tex was rested, you may have noticed, for that Portsmouth game. He took a little knock and wasn't at full fitness for that midweek game. I didn't want to risk him at all, and thankfully we still pulled out that 3-1 win. Yeah, so Chad Lamb starts this one just because I feel like it, really. He hasn't been as good as Medina, but I don't know. I just feel it. It's a gut feeling, and I'm probably going to regret it. But no goalie on the bench because, frankly, the option we had as backup probably isn't even as good as any of our outfield players covering him. But thankfully we do have a Reece back for this one. 22 goals so far this season. Let's hope he can make a few more in this FA Cup semi-final. I mean, Bradford have got experience recently on long cup runs, so we shouldn't be too surprised by this. But I still am. Now, they've got a fairly attacking formation. Of course, it looks like they've acquired Arsenal's very good prospect in Eddie Nketiah, either on loan or permanently. I don't know what's happened with his contract as such. However, a lot of new gens in our squad. I must get a face back at some point. You deserve to be in the final. That didn't work. It's an FA Cup semi-final. Let's load this with some passion, I think is what we need here. And here are the teams. West Ham have been forced into a third kit, seemingly. Or I'm not sure what their away kit is normally, but they've been the one forced into a different colour kit for some reason rather than us. Not sure why. I'm just guessing their first kit clashes with both our first and second kit, so that must be the reason. Felipe. Oh, I've just realised I've forgotten to switch the highlights over. I will just do that after this happens, but you get to watch this first. Actually, let's just watch this all in director mode, shall we? Why not? It's an FA Cup semi-final. Let's all watch this wonderfully. Anderson with another one here. Barkley. Oh, they've acquired Barkley as well, seemingly. But Felipe Anderson still with them. Good save by Spencer there. Cleared to Tex. And if this highlight does continue, then this could be interesting here. Running and running and running all the way to their box, and he's been fouled. Yeah, that was a foul. I did catch that right. And the highlight went no further than that. But they have also managed to acquire... Ryan Fredericks is already there. Sorry, I'm getting my players mixed up. So, Gabriel in the middle here for West Ham. Pings that out to Yarmolenko, who has Fredericks injured, but overlapping. Back to Yarmolenko in the middle. We've not really seen much, and I do need to bob that back available there for us. Yarmolenko just gets past number 34. I think that's... I'm not sure who that is, actually. That's a good shot, to be honest. Spencer denies a great goal. Still returning for fitness. You see the stands packed out. It's very hard to tell whose fans are whose, really, considering the natural colours. But Barkley picks this up. Greenwich, and that ended. We're not really in this. Possession's fairly even, but they've had way more shots, and we have a free kick. We're tech standing a free kick corner. We're tech standing over it. The highlight starts with the corner though, so I am slightly worried where this is going, considering they have now acquired the ball from us. Nekatir running. I'm so glad I've actually signed Nekatir in previous saves that I kind of learned how to say his name. I think that's how you do it. That's how I'm running with it. Obiang just pings that over to Gibson to give that to Yarmolenko. But Gibson back on the ball. His highlight going on a fair while. Let's be honest here. So, Gibson. Excellent through ball, maybe? Yes, Ruiz onto it and hits it directly at Adrian. Probably forgot the name situation there, because only Adrian Ruiz versus just Adrian. Yarmolenko looking very tired, though, for them. Already. So 2 bookings, literally the only events worth mentioning. I say assertive. Well, the original line didn't really work there, but the assertive faith follow-up seems to be doing a bit more of a trick here for us. So, here we go. Round 2, second half. Frederick's still injured. But the only real consolation is, despite the fact Ruiz isn't really in the game, neither is Nekatir, according to that. And about Obiang's now been injured, but they could bring on Davy Clarkson. And they've brought in all 3 players already. So I think Lopez has literally just taken a knock and is booked. So there's no real point risking either of those situations and just bring on Dalcio straight away. Now, he's nowhere near as good, apparently, according to the straight-up swap stats there. And as much as Ruiz is on a 6.4, we do, of course, have Will Keane here. Now, I think this goes to extra time first rather than straight to penalty. So, Keane is obviously a player we want to bring on as late as possible. Barkley's now been injured. I am going to demand more from them. Now, the other semi-final finished 0-0 and went to penalties. Man United triumphing on that respect. And nothing has happened in this second half. Literally nothing. 5 minutes of extra time, somehow. But, of course, now another further 30 minutes of extra time. Assertive. Dig in. Oh, that worked. Solid. Leave it there. I've only made 1 change at this point, just because that second half just entirely vanished. I'm just going to do the changes entirely on fitness. And I've just realised I forgot to put my left back on the bench. And, never mind, Ruiz has made it 23 goals. I don't know what happened to the first 5 minutes of extra time there, but a corner happened and Ruiz happened. What? Okay, that kind of caught me completely. I mean, we'll watch this again. I mean, that is not amazing from Adrian, but yes, Ruiz, stay cautious and defensive changes are necessary here. I don't have anyone who can play left back. Gibson is knackered. I don't have anyone who can come on for this. He's so tired at left back. He's on an 8.4. Herrera is one of our better penalty takers, but he's on 63%. Decisions are hard. And we've made 1 change. We only need to make 2 more. Ketlam is appalling at penalties. I mean, even our central defenders that are already on the pitch aren't good options here. Apparently, so decisions. I forgot to put Manny on the bench. I'm really regretting doing that. We do, of course, have 3 changes we can make for this. One of which I think is likely going to be O'Brien for Much. Much only on a 6.7, and O'Brien is a much better penalty taker. But we need to make 3 changes in total here, and I mean, we can make 3 changes, and of course, if they do get an equaliser and it does go to penalties, we do need Keane on the pitch, so we need to leave that available to us, no matter what happens here with fitness and things. So I'm going to leave it until half-time here. It's a very ballsy thing. They've made all 3 of theirs, and Fredericks, they're down to 10 men now, actually. That works in our favour here. Dominguez has been booked now. Ferrer's taken a knock and looks like he wants to come off. Half-time and extra time is occurring slowly. There's a highlight straight from the kickoff, or this is just a thing that's always here. I'm going to have to solidify Ferreira's spot, because apparently he's just taken a little bit of a knock as well. As much as I need the 14 penalty taking, we're going to have to do that. I think we're going to have to bring Medina on here. I know right back Lamb's been injured, so I think we're going to have to just do the fitness situation first. Why is it saying tactical changes after the goal? What goal? This goal? What? I'm confused. I'm very confused. Why did it say after the goal? Kiros is on this. He's very tired and probably about to be nabbed by Nakatir. No. Out to Lamb. What is this highlight going? Lamb's not moving. Rossiter is. Gets it to text, but that's pinched by Strinic, and Nakatir is free. And is this an equaliser? I'm confused. I'm confused and concerned. Game? Why did you say that, game? I'm hoping that's just a glitch, because that's a goal. That's why I'm concerned and confused, because it said goal, and now there's a goal. But the changes happened before the goal, and there's... What is happening? Oh, that's the replay. That's the replay. I got really confused because it's still in director mode. Baffled. Right. Tactical changes are happening right now. Mingus is tired, but he is a much better counter taker than anyone on the bench, really. So what we're going to do here is... Seems like a weird thing to do, but I'm bringing Will Keane on here and just doing this for the time being. Bring him over to the left just because symmetry. Firm changes. Play. He's doing it again. I don't like this. I'm actually going to go positive because they're very tired apart from Balbuena and they're 10 men down. 1 man down. I think that's just a weird glitch that's happening in extra time for some reason. This looks like it's going to penalties though. Yes, it is. Right, so I'm glad I brought him on because our penalty takers are absolutely terrible. Jim O'Brien's not on the pitch, so I don't know why he's doing that. Keane, Dominguez, Ferreira's not on the pitch either. Yeah, we just do it in the order that's on here. I think I'll put Dalcio before Medina. That's the only thing I'd do there. And just these 3 now. Chad Lamb's 2 penalties taken. That's important. Yeah, we'll just do it in that order. I want a good start. So Keane first, Ruiz second, Ruiz 5th. He's only got 8 penalties taken, but of course his finishing's very good. So I think we're gonna just do it in that, or maybe Rossiter swap with Garcia, just because his composure and finishing. His penalty's only 1 less, so I'm thinking maybe bob him in here. Penalties. Oh, Keane first. Brought him on literally for this purpose. So he's, of course, going to score. Oh, thought he'd maybe try and jinx it there. And do a bit of reverse psychology. Seems to work. Clarkson is their first penalty taker. Someone they brought on as a sub. And this should not be in director mode. This should be in TV mode, I think. No? Behind goal? I forgot which one this should be in. Behind goal. That's what we'll do. Dominguez. Felipe Anderson. I'm not sure what's going on in the highlights here, but Felipe Anderson scores. Went the right way. Spencer went the right way. Tex. This is all happening very quickly, and I'm not entirely certain why. I can't be bothered to check the thing, though. I'm so tense. Tex. We're going out. How Vinicius Jr. They must have him alone. He's usually a Real player. He's either with Real Madrid or he gets signed by Real Madrid every time. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, now it's gone slow because I put Rossiter 4th. I mean, if they miss the last 2, then woohoo! And this is going to be a wild ride. Roster steps up here. And scores. Still in it. Okay. Oh, so glad I put Roster on 4th. No idea how good Garcia would have been in that situation. That being said, Dominguez and Tex are better than both of them, and they both missed. Blaz. Sort of the architect for the pinball that was ended up being the equaliser. Oh, I've also got a cough, by the way, so trying to manage that during this has been an absolute nightmare. Blaz, left-footed, apparently. Oh, he scored. They're through to the final. Man United, we didn't deserve to lose that. We went up. Well, one less thing to have to bring you at the end of the season, at the very least, I guess. Why? Why did you let me down? Your Spanish and Portuguese friends, I think. Hold your heads high, boys. Yeah. Both of them went to penalties in the end. Out of curiosity. Richie Candreva. I don't know how to pronounce that. Realistically, oh, by the way, that's the Man United team. They picked up Icardi and I don't know how many. Mido, I think he's new. They've picked up Hendricks as well and Tierney along the way. Newcastle bought Mepham from Brentford, but he's not playing. He's a player I'll keep my eye on for next season, by the way. Not sure if I'll bring him in. We do have decent enough sort of defensive strength right now, I think. Honestly, I think that was enough excitement for one episode. So I said last time round I would maybe bring you the Nottingham Forest game. I don't know if my heart can handle another game right now. I'm bringing the schedule. They are 8th still. Yeah, I'm just going to bring you back for Sunderland and Aston Villa at the end of the season. I will just bring you a brief update on the championship situation though first. And that is that Cardiff are guaranteed promoted right now. They actually lost their last game to Norwich, but Leeds drew, which gave them a 16-point buffer with 5 games to go. So they are promoted, guaranteed. West Brom, 5 points clear, 5 games to go. I really wouldn't expect them to slip up on that at this stage, so feeling like these two are going to be promoted here. Leeds again, 5 points clear of us as well, so not really expecting them to slip up. And most importantly, of course, for Leeds is 8 points clear of 7th. So very unlikely for them to get slipped out altogether. It's basically 5 teams going for 3 playoff positions at this stage that we need to focus on. The bottom, there is a little bit of a tight situation where Wigan all the way through to Portsmouth, 3 points separating those 3 as well. Any of those teams really realistically with a chance of going down. I probably would say Brentford upwards safe at this point. Realistically, they would obviously need 2 teams to slip up. Like all of these teams to do really well, and they need to basically lose 2 more than Portsmouth, Preston for that to be a problem. Don't think any of those teams below 17th are in any danger. But Wigan, Portsmouth, everything. Actually, Wigan to Blackburn. Actually, only 1 point further behind. I think Sunderland are done for at this point. But Blackburn through to Wigan, any of those teams could go down. So, bit of the very extremes seem to be sorted at this point, but a lot to play for still to come. I'm actually really sad for Sheffield United. They were in the running for a very long time and slipped way off at some point and never recovered. No FA Cup final to bring you. Sorry. End of the season next time round. I'll see you again for that one, but until then, hurrah!